Hello, namaste everyone. We are mid-May 2022 and we have experienced two eclipses and we are just now dealing with the aftermath and how to basically deal with all the changes that are happening as a result of the eclipses. So the number 555 might be coming to you a lot, and that's because you are just going to be going through this massive, just an energetic shift, a physical shift in your life. But sometimes whenever we see that 555, it can be a little bit fearful energy, because there is a lot of times this fear of letting go that's coming up. So how are we going to deal with the fear of change? So the fear of change is something that every student in the School of Life is learning right now. It's very important for us to learn how to adapt to change, because that is the true essence of the entire universe. It's forever changing and evolving and moving forward. So whenever we want to live in oneness with the Creator God, with our true nature, which is where true peace is, we have to learn how to flow and evolve as God does, as the Creator does. And it doesn't mean that it's always going to be easy. Sometimes there's earthquakes that cause great change, tornadoes, volcanoes erupting. So even in nature, sometimes it is a very abrupt change, a very abrupt and forced shift happening, and that's basically what the eclipses have done. It has caused an abrupt change in our lives. And so anyway, the best way for us to move through these changing times is to really ground yourself, like in reality, okay? So the more that we sort of root in, we're creating our reality, right? So really, as you know, we're creating our realities, but root into your feet, your physical feet that are here. Your spirit needs to be really grounded, is what I'm trying to say. I keep seeing feet a lot the past couple of weeks. It's all about, it's like I see a footprint in the sand, and then it lifts, and then it comes down and makes another front footprint, and it keeps going forward, right? Well, it's like you're just stepping out of these old shoes and into new shoes. But as we grow, our foot is never going to stay the same size. Well, when we're kids, but it's never just going to stay at a size 1.5. There's no going back. It's only stepping forward. And just like a child, it is hard to deal with change. It's scary to deal with change. But the more that we just root ourselves literally into our physical feet, there's chakras at the bottom of the feet. So taking your feet and placing them on the earth, lay them on the grass, but go wash your feet and ankles off, because the chiggers are really bad right now in the part of the world I'm in. So, but yes, so just physically put your feet on the earth and just be really stable for yourself. I see it's like the Divine Masculine coming in. And I did a video on the Divine Masculine a little while back, the Wisdom of Blue. But that's where this is truly becoming active, along with the mother energy. It's equal, but we're going to really feel the masculine energy in a new way from the male species, and within even the masculine energy in a female vessel. So these are things that we're going to be challenged with, is just basically keeping ourselves stable and grounded right now. So that's the wisdom for that. Let's do a little drumming, because drumming is awesome for grounding. Okay. So if you just close your eyes and take a few breaths in, inhale, sipping the breath in through the nostrils, and then exhale out of your mouth. A nice cleansing breath, and then again, inhale, and then exhale. And then last one, inhale. And then suspend the breath at the top. Elongate the spine, open up the lungs, the heart, and exhale out of the mouth. Okay, and just root. And just keep breathing in and out. Dang. Oh. Well, okay. Inhale the breath in through the nostrils and exhale out of the mouth. Again, inhale and exhale. And wrapping energetic roots around the crystalline grid, drawing up crystalline energy through all the layers. And through the earth chakra, in through all the chakras, and the branches above, drawing down this cosmic consciousness through the gateway at the top, down through the crown, into the body. Virgin heaven on earth, in the heart. Go to the heart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just relax the shoulders away from the ears. Inhale and exhale. Straighten the spine. And then from above, just drawing down, this beautiful, cleansing, purifying energy, the cosmic blessed water, to just wash us clean, wash our auras, send the energy into the core of the earth. Mother Earth knows what to do. And then she sends it up to the heavens, and it's charged and then returned back to us. And it's a cycle that never ends. Feeling into that upper for safety and security, and also grounding into the earth to feel very stable during these changing times. And then last one, inhale, and then exhale. Let that go. And open your eyes. I teach yoga, can you tell? So feeling very grounded and in our body. And also in our third eye. We'll just pick a few cards for what we need to know. For everyone who's listening to this, what we need to know. Okay, the King of Swords. Please show me what we need to know. Seven of Wands. A bit of opposition. Ooh, we've got strong boundaries and a little bit of opposition, maybe frustration. It doesn't have to necessarily be a person. It could be a situation. There's a little pushback, but we're on top of it. And it's also speaking of having to hold like a real cold energy. So just kind of being a little bit more detached from the emotional side and just root really down into, I guess this is where that divine masculine's coming in, where it's very, very grounded. Okay. We got the Knight of Pentacles. All right, so with these three cards, the King of Swords, like I said, is almost like a sobering energy. It's a very grounded, very logical type of energy. He holds strong boundaries. He is the energy of, it could be in the more negative aspects, being cold or abrasive. And then there's also this energy coming in where it's like a little bit of combative energy. But it's really, I think, more to do with, there's a lot going on in the planets around Aries, Mars right now. And that is a little bit more of this, sometimes in the out of balance octaves of that, it could be a little bit like impulsive, quick to react, okay? So there's that. But also I see a Knight of Pentacles, which is the beginning of some sort of new flow of income. I also see this as a gift is going to be given to you. Or a message of some sort. You're going to be given something, a piece of information, a certification. You know, this is maybe a diploma of some sort. This is a graduation. So I guess in that, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to where we're going to be having gatherings with people, and we're going to be having to deal with family and exes and things like that. You know, sometimes it's like two exes, you know, are still fighting and waging war so bad that it spills even into, say, you know, a senior in high school, their graduation. You know, the child is worried because the parents don't get along, and they know the friction is going to be there. Okay, this is friction. There is the great potential of that. And also the cold, abrasive energy, too. You know, hold a boundary, but, you know, don't be a jerk about it either, you know. But yeah, so I think this is basically saying, like, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for us to be tested, okay? And depending on what your test is, everybody's test is different. Some people need to hold this boundary, and your test is the boundary. And this card is saying be cold and abrasive, because sometimes that energy is needed in order to make a change. Some people's lesson is to learn how to say yes more, and some people's lesson is to learn how to say no more. So you have to figure that out for yourself, in what areas you're being tested, so that you can reflect and to graduate to your next soul evolution. So, and holding boundaries for yourself. If we don't hold boundaries for ourselves, we are not going to hold boundaries with other people. So if you have made a promise to yourself, and sometimes we make mistakes and we repeat something, but the bigger picture is, you catch it and correct it. Okay? Catch it and correct it. Whatever it is. If you've just said yes to something that you really wanted to say no to, catch it and correct it. If you shut somebody out, shut down a situation, and we're like, oh, hell no. You know? Maybe be more open-minded. And then, when you're open-minded, then you can actually decipher what is your true course of action. But we are now in masterclass. We now have to figure out what we're going to do to pass our life lesson. Okay? Maybe it's even being more fearless. Like I said, some people out there are going to be asked to really say no. And enough is enough. And I've been a pushover. And I'm not going to be a pushover anymore. But I'm going to remain open-minded. I'm going to do it with an open heart. Because learning how to say no without putting up big, high borders around yourself, like a Great Wall of China, and closing off your heart, well, that's a whole lesson in itself. How to be able to say no lovingly. Trusting yourself. Trusting yourself, but maybe being open to new ways, new beliefs. Maybe something that we didn't quite understand before is all of a sudden starting to make sense, and we're like, oh shoot. A lot of times the stuff that we judge is just completely wrong. You know, we really open our eyes, we can find a little bit of truth everywhere. Okay? So we're going to be blessed with opportunities. However, I don't know if they're going to be easy scenarios. However, we have matured, and with maturity, these decisions become much easier. All right, I just see 555 in my eye. Oh dear. Okay. Yes. Yes. It is true. This is the end of a situation, good or bad. It is the end. Just take a look at that. That is very sobering. Being very grounded will be very, very good for you. So you can see 2020. And even if it's a positive change, because it's all positive change, it doesn't mean that that was like that doesn't look like an easy change, but the change is there. Okay? The change is there. And it's going to get better. It always is going to get better. As long as you're learning your lessons and passing your tests. But you really got to sit down and ask yourself, what is my lesson right now? Talk to your higher self. All right, let's see. What do we need to know? Whatever's on the other side of this, please tell us listeners of your guidance and wisdom what it is you want us to know. All right, here it is. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Well, this is a good card. So, this death, this ending of a situation, is ending a cycle and starting a whole new cycle. Okay? And we're either going to start a cycle, and I don't really think, I think it's we're starting a cycle. It's a whole new cycle. Okay? And I guess what I'm hearing is, are we going to bring our bad habits into the new cycle? Or are we going to leave the bad habits in the previous cycle? The previous grade. We're moving up a grade right now, a whole grade level. But we have to take everything we've learned from all the previous schooling, because if we just forgot about all of the what we've learned, well, we would have never made it to where we are now. So take the lessons with you, but let go of what needs to let go of. What needs to remain back there, let that stay, and then take whatever you need to take with you. There is things that are going to come with you. Loved ones are going to come with you. Okay, you got to believe that letting go is only making space for more really awesome things. It doesn't feel like it at first, but it really is. This death, this ending right here, even if it's hard, even if you love what you're doing, but you just get the call from the universe that says, hey, this needs to be done. You've completed this, and it's just done. It's time. It's over. It's okay. And it might be a job. It might be that you just make the decision to, let go of a house that you love so much, but your family is growing and you need a bigger house. I mean, that's happy. And that would be starting a new cycle. But there's also that grief that comes with having to let go. And that's not wrong. That is really not wrong to feel that. just don't stay in the grief. But through grief, if we give gratitude for what we had and that we're able to take the memories forward with us into another chapter, we're able to make the connection a little bit easier in the mind. That the past, present, and future is all one. And yes, we have the emotion that's meant to be felt, but we just have to remember that even letting go of the emotional attachment is very important. Okay. Oh my goodness, my foot fell asleep. Okay. So, big changes. Ground yourself and expect the best. But expect the best because you are doing your best. That's the main thing. All you can do is control yourself and tuning into what your emotions are. If the energy is feeling very frictitious and you're feeling frictitious, don't say yes. Don't say yes to meeting other people if you don't really feel like it's a good day, because you might, you might have been better off taking time to yourself just to get your energy balanced out. But don't always say no and get stuck and stay at the house and no, I don't want to. At some point, yes, you have to. You have to do life. You have to change. Life changes. And it really, change is exciting. Like, change is very, very exciting. But it's all the way we let our emotions and our mind perceive it. And then you got to let the higher self step in and say, okay, come on, like the big brother, the sister, or the parent. All right, come on, I'm sorry you have to leave your friends, but we're going to make some really cool new friends. And by the way, like, I got you a skateboard, you know what I mean? So that you can go out to the park and meet friends. We didn't have a park where we live. You know what I mean? It's these things where it's like, oh wow, like I can transition, I can grow, I can learn something new. Like, don't be afraid to learn something new. Don't be afraid to go out. Don't be afraid to be who you are in a crowd of people. It's very important that we are our authentic selves completely now, because we all have a very important role. We all have an energy sequence that is very important to the collective, and we will be doing the world a service by living our true nature within reason. You know what I mean? Like our true nature, If you're a light worker, it is important that you go out and spread your light. And a lot of times light workers don't want to go out because it is so hard. Empaths, it's so hard to be in public. But remember, there's a bigger purpose. So we all have this special gift that we're bringing forth. Maybe it's art. Maybe you're really good at art, you just don't make the time to do it. There's things that we are meant to bring to the world, and a lot of times it is through the creative art center. That's the Kundalini, that we find that true nature in ourselves and our gift. Okay. So I just want to thank you so much, and good luck for the next, I don't ever know. If, if you click the bell and subscribe, you'll be able to just get the message. I decided to put up a video. So I usually try to do them every couple of weeks, but it's really just whenever Spirit tells me it's time. So it was time. Thank you so much. Namaste. We'll just bring our hands into prayer and we'll close with one long Satnam. It means truth is my name. So inhale. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within guide your way on. Satnam. Thank you.